The
Yeah.
cameras flashed, the crowd froze, and just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession.
Oh, yeah, they really did.
We are talking about the ultimate headline today, Meghan Markle's secret boyfriend before Prince Harry.
It is such a wild story.
Welcome to Starscope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie, that's us, as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and, viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today's deep dive is, well, it's a fascinating one. We are looking at this truly bizarre intersection of professional golf, celebrity PR, and royal gossip.
Right, and the stack of sources we have for this is just massive. We're pulling from official Wikipedia bios, an archived post from a 2014 lifestyle blog called The Tig, some very intense Reddit threads from the R. St. Meghan Markle community, and investigative sports journalism from The Guardian and essentially sports. So our mission today is to dissect this one very specific, heavily documented night in August 2014 between golf superstar Rory McIlroy and Meghan Markle. We're going to separate the viral fiction from the bureaucratic facts and, explore how internet folklore can literally weaponize your past against you.
To understand why this one night was so explosive and why it was resurrected 12 years later, we can't just look at the timeline. We need to look at the psychological state of both of these people before their paths even crossed.
Exactly. I mean, think about where you were in the summer of 2014. Now imagine navigating that summer while carrying the weight of a global brand.
Right. So in the summer of 2014, Meghan Markle is, of course, not yet royalty. She is an actress starring on the TV show Suits, which films in Toronto.
But more importantly for our story, she is running her own lifestyle blog called The Pig.
Yes, and according to the sources, she is reportedly living with celebrity chef Corey Vitiello at the time. So she is deeply immersed in building her personal brand as an influencer and a tastemaker. She's really dealing in the currency of aspiration.
Meanwhile, you have Rory McIlroy, who is at the absolute zenith of his professional career. By age 25, he's just won 2 majors, the Open Championship and the PGA Championship. He is like the undisputed king of the golf world.
But his personal life is just highly publicized chaos. I mean, just months prior to this, in May 2014, Rory called off his engagement to the tennis star Caroline Wozniacki.
And the details of that breakup are what make his mental state so crucial here. He ended the engagement during a 3-minute phone call.
Wait, 3-minute phone call?
Yeah, 3 minutes. And he made that call after the wedding invitations had already been sent out.
Oh, wow. That is brutal.
It was a massive tabloid story. He just stated he simply wasn't ready for marriage.
I get the timeline, but if he's the #1 golfer in the world, how does a breakup completely derail him? I mean, golf is entirely about mental fortitude, right? You are alone out there on the grass. You'd think he'd be able to compartmentalize.
Well, the isolation of golf is exactly why it was so difficult. Rory actually admitted in the press that the only place he could find peace was when he was inside the ropes on the golf course. Everywhere else, he was just swarmed by paparazzi.
So think of Rory like a rubber band pulled back to its absolute limit. He's highly disciplined for the majors, but emotionally raw from this very public breakup. Was he just a prime target for a spontaneous celebrity crossover to blow off steam, or was there something more calculated at play?
Whatever the motivation, it perfectly set the stage for a viral charity stunt. A stunt that would literally leave the #1 golfer in the world hungover on the golf course.
If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed because we've got even crazier stories ahead, and wait until you hear how this actually played out. Which brings us to the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh, the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Right. If you were on the internet in 2014, you remember this. Everyone was dumping ice water on their heads for ALS awareness. So Rory nominates Meghan for the challenge.
She accepts, but with a highly specific condition. She didn't just want him to nominate her online. She insisted that Rory had to fly to New York, come to her friend's apartment, and personally pour the bucket of ice water over her on the balcony.
That is a remarkably bold request to make of an elite athlete, especially one who is in the middle of a grueling tournament schedule.
The logistics alone are staggering.
Wait, if he is playing the opening event of the FedEx Cup playoffs the very next morning, why on earth does he agree to fly all the way to Manhattan just to pour water on an actress he barely knows?
It really illustrates the seductive allure of celebrity culture. When you're the top athlete in the world, surrounded by yes men, a highly visible crossover into Hollywood is intoxicating. So he obliges.
Right. He flies to New York. They do the shrieking and laughing on the balcony. But the night doesn't end there.
No, it does not. After the video, the two of them head to the Fitzpatrick Hotel for drinks, which is followed by a massive 20-person group dinner at the high-end restaurant Cipriani.
And the hangover from that dinner is where reality sets in. The very next morning, Rory has to play in the Barclays tournament at Ridgewood Country Club in New Jersey.
And author Tom Bauer notes in his investigative book that Rory arrived, well, worse for wear.
Yeah, he goes out and shoots a 3 over 74, plummeting to 101st place.
Which is catastrophic for him. But what's fascinating is how candid he was. He admitted to the press, I wasn't quite on my game. I was enjoying myself.
It's so humanizing, honestly. But while Rory was busy nursing his hangover, Meghan was busy taking control of the narrative, leading to this clash of PR and reality.
Right. Immediately following this dinner, Meghan writes a post on her blog, The Tig.
We actually have the archived text of this blog post from August 2014. And the tone is, well, it's incredibly specific. She writes, yes, Rory McIlroy, the Rory McIlroy.
She gushes over him.
She does. She praises his taste for Opus 1 wine. She highlights his enjoyment of pasta with veal ragu, calls him the real deal, and even praises his love for his parents.
It's a highly crafted image. It frames the encounter as this intimate insight into the character of a global superstar.
But let me push back a little here. Couldn't this just be a lifestyle blogger doing exactly what lifestyle bloggers are supposed to do? Like, hyping up a fun encounter with a world-class athlete? Why do we instantly jump to malicious PR machinations?
That is exactly where the r. St. Meghan Markle Reddit thread comes in. And we should be totally clear here, we are not taking sides. Whether you lean left or right or favor the blog or the critics, we're just impartially reporting the viewpoints from the sources.
Exactly. We are just looking at the original source material.
So neutrally presenting your viewpoint, these Reddit critics tear apart the blog post. They call it pretentious word salad.
Yeah.
But their biggest issue is the timeline.
Right. The timeline discrepancy.
Yeah, they point out she was reportedly dating Corey Vitiello at the time, but she was acting as if Rory was a romantic prospect.
And the media totally ran with it. They dubbed the two as looking very cozy. But according to Tom Bauer's book, Rory was annoyed by this spin. He directly challenged Meghan, accusing her of leaking to the press.
Which she completely denied. They were spotted once more in Dublin at Fate Street Social, but after that, the connection just fizzled out.
You know, humans just love to project intent onto celebrities. We want there to be a grand design.
Oh, absolutely. And that exact desire for a juicy narrative is why this innocent 2014 night was resurrected 12 years later to explain a missing knighthood.
And that's not even the wildest part. Later in the episode, we'll talk about the shocking twist nobody saw coming. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next.
So let's fast forward to the futuristic context of 2026. Rory has finally conquered his demons. He wins the 2025 and 2026 Masters to complete the modern career Grand Slam.
He also wins the 2025 BBC Sports Personality of the Year. He is undeniably a living legend.
But when the 2026 New Year's Honors list drops, Rory's name is conspicuously absent.
Which is a huge deal. It's a first for a BBC Sports Personality winner in nearly a decade.
And this is where the internet folklore exploded. The internet decided that because Meghan Markle is now estranged from the royal family, Rory's 2014 hectic night with her constituted diplomatic baggage.
Wow, so they claim the royals were actively blacklisting him from a knighthood just for having drinks with her 12 years ago.
Exactly. It sounds plausible if you only read the headlines. It perfectly ties together sports, royal drama, and celebrity scandal.
But the journalists at Essentially Sports dug into the actual bureaucratic reality, and it is so much more boring than a royal vendetta.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Honors are vetted by HMRC, the UK tax authority, not royal gossip columns.
Right. And in reality, Rory was involved in a 2015 investment scheme called the Business Premises Renovation Allowance, or BPRA.
Which drew HMRC scrutiny and placed a red flag on his file.
Let's break that down because tax law is pretty dense. What is a BPRA?
It was a government initiative to encourage investment in derelict properties. Wealthy individuals used it to legally offset their tax bills. But eventually, HMRC started scrutinizing these schemes for tax avoidance.
To be clear, no illegal activity was found on Rory's part. He just used an available financial vehicle. But within the UK honor system, even an ongoing inquiry results in an automatic red flag.
Right. That algorithm halts the honor before it ever reaches the royals. So there was no vendetta. It's the exact same precedent as David Beckham, who had to wait 14 years for his honor due to an ingenious film's tax flag.
It is so much more fun to believe in a vengeful royal vendetta than an HMRC tax audit. We always choose the dramatic fiction over the bureaucratic reality.
We really do.
So bringing it all together, a bucket of ice water and some Opus 1 wine in 2014 rippled through time. Both individuals moved on, Meghan to Prince Harry and Rory to Erica Stoll, navigating his own complex marriage and a brief 2024 divorce filing before reconciling.
Yet the internet refused to let that night die. When there was an information vacuum about his knighthood, the public filled it with a 12-year-old blog post. This is a masterclass in how digital footprints never actually fade.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.
But before we go, we want to leave you with one final thought. If a completely innocent public charity stunt can be spun into a royal blacklisting conspiracy 12 years later, what seemingly trivial digital footprint from your own past might be entirely misinterpreted by a stranger who lacks the real context.